Alright. Let's see how it's doing, shall we? It's not going to affect Examon for a while. Go be productive. Take on some cases. I haven't seen Pete in a while. I doubt he's left knocking on Broadway, but something's been troubling him. Go find him. Alright. So we got to go look for Pete. And in that scene, we saw him at the K Cafe. So let's see if he's there. Gotta figure out where it triggers the event. Ah, there he is! Oh, it's you, huh? Do you know what I am? Because I don't. I don't feel anything at all. Not a thing. He's vanished! David Copperfield, is that you? What happened? What? Pete disappeared in front of you? Just come back here for now. A new case just came in that's cause for concern. It could be related to what you just witnessed. Wow. Way too many things have been making like David Copperfield and disappearing right in front of us. Good grief. Oh, there it is. Ghost Cat Building. Old Man Mitsushima. There you go. At Broadway. I've been looking for so long. My Miko. My poor cat. Please find Miko. 5,000 yen, 500 Cyber Sleuth points, and a memory up. Let's do it. Ghost Cat Building. Investigation start. This case comes in from Old Man Mitsushima. You might remember him as the one behind those 4 urban legends you recently investigated with the occult club members. It well and truly is a small world out there, even when it feels bigger than ever in some ways. Anyway, he's tasked us with tracking down his cat. Frankly, during times like this, there's something to be said for a down-to-earth gig like this one. Mitsushima said he'd be waiting for you at K Cafe, although he didn't actually state when. It wouldn't hurt to go on ahead and check things out at the cafe, so go do that. Yep. Do that we shall. Do that we shall. It's always fun to act like Yoda every now and then. It's shaking! And it stopped. It feels like it stopped. I wonder if it was an earthquake. I don't see him. Welcome! Grab a drink, have a seat, and stay as long as you like. That's it. An earthquake? No, I didn't feel anything of the sort. So Old Man Mitsushima is not in right now. Alright. You originally met him there early in the morning, right? Might as well come back around the same time and see if he shows up. The next day, early morning. Let's head for the K Cafe. Old Man Mitsushima should hopefully be there at this hour. Let's find out. Probably could have taken the elevator. Oh well. Aha! Oh, it's you again. I've been waiting, you know. You stopped by yesterday afternoon but couldn't find me. You must have had just bad time. You must have just had bad timing, kid. I've been waiting here forever for you. What's done is done. Let's just let bygones be bygones and start searching now. My Miko, you see, he's inside this wall here. It's shaking again! Are you at K Cafe right now? I'm picking up readings of really strong digital wave vibrations from the 4th floor. It's a really huge current coursing through there. My money's on that old time capsule being the cause of them. What's that? An earthquake? No, I can confirm it's definitely not. There's no movement here on the 1st floor. You're just sensing the intense digital wave. There he is! It's... I don't want to know. It's better not knowing. Things are fine just as they are now. It's better if they don't change. Please stop. Don't wake me up from this. It's Miko! No, I'm Pete! Whatever you are, Miko, just come back to me. No, I can't. That's too much to ask of me. I'm not... David, please, leave me alone. Let things stay, just the way they are. I'm sorry, Miko. I'm sorry. Ah, did I finally get through to you again? The vibrations have stopped for now, but the digital waves are still as intense as ever. There's something big brewing in there. Brewing in there. Well, considering we're at K Cafe, that's, a perfect word to describe that. As I suspected earlier, they're coming from that old vacuum tube computer inside the wall. The digital waves are just gushing out of there from the old internet lines that computer is hooked up to. So much so, in fact, that they're forming a cybernetic ley line, a digital line of sorts. If this thing persists, it's only a matter of time before its effects are felt in the real world. David, I need you to go inside that vacuum tube computer and do what you can to stop it. I'm counting on you. Well, we gotta go back in here again. Please, let me be. Don't wake me from this dream. What's going on with Pete? Only one way to find out. Here we go. And of course, turn off encounters. As always. Really, what has been going on with Pete? Oh, but first, let's grab this little shiny. And I don't see a shiny on the right. Let's see, HP Spray A. Yeah, I don't see a shine down here, so... Shine down there. I just made a complete reference to the band Shine Down. I must be good at making references somehow. And knowing when I actually do make the reference. There's another shine down here. I must be really good at making those for some reason. Oh well, can't argue about that. It's good for a giggle. Wingguard DX. Alright, let's see what's going on. Looks like in order to get to that last dead end, let's see if I can see anything. I can't see anything from here. Maybe if I try to get a little further, let's see if there's something down. Yep, there is. I forgot to look down there. You know, just through the corner of my eye. Maybe I should start doing that. So I can try to notice these items. Brave Point B. Alright, now we can take the other way. Whoa, I thought I stopped there for a second. Ah, well. Oh, there's something over here. I take that way leads to the way out of here. Yeah, it does. Friendship times 2. Sweet. Friendship. Friendship? Again? For Mortal Kombat? Let's see if there's anything over here. There has to be. SP restraint chip C times 3. It looks like that place is connected to the other way, but you can't really see the connection line. It looks like it, though. Alright, it looks like that's everything in here. And we're out of here! Why? Why do you have to know who I really am? No response. Let's find Pete. Pete from Disney. Even though, of course, that's the complete reference. Huh, there's no path down. It's not showing up on the screen. But first I want to make sure I can find every single item in here. But I don't think I see anything in here. I'll just go around the teleporters one by one. There's an item over here. And I suspect that little thing right there has to be Pete, so... Attack restraint chip B. So I'll save this for later. I'll save that spot for later. I want to look through every single teleporter to see if I can find everything really quickly. You know me, I like to see if I can get everything. Can't believe it's already getting closer to when Hacker's Memory comes out. I'm so ready to play that. Let's see here. Oh, there's another item. Really? Is it really necessary to put those Oh, there's another one. Huh, I guess I think it's... Yeah, if I remember correctly, we have to touch all of these. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 1. Construction plans for Nakano Broadway, hereby abbreviated as NB, were announced in 1959, ultimately taking 7 years to complete. The reason for the lengthy duration was due to a major issue that routinely manifested throughout the process. During land leveling, underground water leaked, resulting in an immediate halt to any and all work within the area. A large lake formed, and the site was left alone for a long time. Mysteriously, large fish appeared en masse, attracting fishermen. Records also indicate people bathed there in large numbers and that a child at one point drowned in the lake. Today, something terrible happened. A strange Digimon appeared in the middle of my bed. It was so cold in there. Even when I tried calling out for help, nobody came for me. But these two detectives eventually showed up. Kyoko and David. Ah, David asked me who I was, but I said I didn't know. So Kyoko gave me a name. She decided to call me Pete, because I'm some sort of time capsule. well, you know, Pete and Goofy and Donald Duck and all those famous characters from Walt Disney were way back then. Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, Pete. They were formed during Walt Disney's time. Yep, Pete. That's my name. It made me so happy to have one. Names really are special things to have. We got keyword Pete. Ah, alright, so yeah, we have to go through all those. But still, I want to, like I said, grab all the items. I'm just so ready for Hacker's Memory to come out. It's going to be so interesting. SP Restraint Chip B. Just like this game is. I mean, of course it's going to be like, you know, conspiracy theories and stuff like that. So, of course it's going to be interesting. I'm assuming there's another one over here. Huh. No, it just takes us back to where the exit is. I don't understand why there's no, like, path shown on the map, even though you can drop down here. It's pretty strange. And there's that location down there. Escape gate times 3. Up here's another one. Knocking Out Broadway Construction Part 2. No blueprints exist for MB. 1961 saw the Japanese government commence its income doubling plan in order to re-energize the post-war economy. In tandem with unemployment policies, public works projects flooded the country, with major construction companies allotted huge budgets. Around 1962, one such project, the main route for the Shuto Expressway, was completed ahead of schedule. It was at that point that attention turned back towards an MB. Idle laborers and resources were funneled into the area from central Tokyo, at which point work on the building commenced in earnest. It's likely that there wasn't time to even think of preparing proper blueprints for MB at that stage. Yoshido really likes this girl named Fuyumi Yuki. He always sits me on his lap and tells me all about her. Everything is perfect about her, he says. Her singing, her dancing, her looks, everything. He says she's one in a million among idols. I can't do any of those things. I can't sing and I can't dance. But what I can do is curl up and fall asleep on Yoshido's lap. I love doing that. I also just love hearing Yoshido talk to me so happily. It's pretty fancy that we're getting log posts from Pete. And another message. Mirage Galgamon Burst Mode again. Sent me something. It's pretty funny that we're getting multiple files in one. We're getting files of what happened in the past, and looks like log posts from Pete. Seems like that was around the time when we first met Pete, when he wasn't even given his name. Okay, so let's try this one over here. And here's yet another one. Knocking Out Broadway Construction Part 3. With no blueprints to draw upon, concrete was poured and rebar was erected, tailored to the land around the site. When construction was concluded 4 years later, the final building had 3 underground floors, as well as 10 floors above ground. East Asia's greatest commercial building was therefore constructed on little more than sheer willpower. However, this came at a cost to some aspects of MB's integrity. The escalator, for instance, only connects the first 3 floors. Most of the underground floors have also gone unused in the ensuing years. Such quirks are a direct result of the circumstances surrounding the building's inception. They need to kind of double check their dialogue to make sure they haven't put any typos or sentences that somehow don't make sense, or isn't the proper way to put them. Yoshido told me that he and his son have been to a World's Fair once. He said that the line to see the moon rocks was really long, so long that it made them tired. But he said his son still had a good time. People also call Yoshido Chief Mitsushima. His full name is Yoshido Mitsushima. Yoshido is a big important man in the computer room, so he doesn't get to go out with his son much. He's glad they got to see the World's Fair. I wish I could have seen the World's Fair with Yoshido too, but he and I are always together in the computer room. So that's okay. I'm content. We got keyword Yoshido Mitsushima. That'll take us down there. We've already been that way. I guess you can say I decided to save that one for last. The first little burn mark that we saw. So that way I can be near the exit. If I have to take the exit back. This is the last teleporter we have to go through. That I haven't went through yet. And here's another one. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 4. In most cases, large commercial buildings are run by their owners, who control everything from PR to tenants and internal bylaws. BW was an exception to that rule. From the very start, shop and residential spaces alike were sold piecemeal. People who bought their real estate inside the building were then free to utilize it however they pleased. Because of this, soon after MB opened, shop owners and residents started remodeling work on their respective stores and apartments. In the end, this meant that formal blueprints for MB weren't drafted until 8 years after the building was originally completed. Even in those early days, the building's layout had already become too unwieldy for anyone to fully grasp at that stage. Yoshido always has me sitting on his lap, petting my head all nice and gently. I love Yoshido. No homo. Yoshido always calls me Miko. Miko is a girl's name, but Yoshido gave it to me, so I love it. You got keyword? Miko. Wasn't Miko that cat's name from the first season of Digimon? The cat that belonged to Tai and Kari? If I remember correctly, I haven't seen that episode in a while, but Kari refers to their cat, who, I forgot what episode it was, but their cat ran off because the cat found a Digivice, and it got lost, so Kari, I believe, referred to the cat's name as Miko, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I last watched the first season. I need to do that, though. The first few seasons of Digimon were great. Alright, here's the last one. Nakano Broadway Construction Part 5. The basement of Broadway was once housed a vacuum tube computer within its walls. It had been brought into the building after the end of World War II by war criminals who evaded arrest, shielded from the prying eyes of MacArthur's GHQ. The vacuum tube computer's purpose in those days remains a mystery. It's possible it could have been utilized for things such as mathematical computations or code breaking, but such speculation is unconfirmed. As time went on, there was eventually nobody left to carry on the original purpose set forth for the terminal. At that point, the computer was apparently buried inside a wall somewhere, and we went inside that wall, and we're still inside it. It's dark in here. All dark. I can't see a thing. It's okay. I'm okay being in the dark. I'm not scared of it or anything, but it's never been this dark before. Yoshido's not here. I don't even smell him. I can't go back outside. Yoshido, where are you? Yoshido. Yoshido. Please sit me on your lap and pet my head again. Yoshido. Yoshi. Toe. Now you know. Now you know who I really am. I'm... So it's begun. Though I have to say this is a bit more than what I bargained for. If this keeps up, the building's going to collapse for sure. Who am I? Somebody, anybody, tell me. So that's where Pete is, or Miko rather. Please, who am I? Okay, Pete must be in that old vacuum tube computer, where you have to use all 3 keywords. Pete? No, that's not right. That's not right! Now we're having to fight him. So for a baby Digimon, I believe an in-training Digimon, he's gonna be pretty tough. Yeah, look at that. He's gonna be pretty tough. I'm gonna have to go ahead and use some of this. Pretty tough for an in-training Digimon. Yeah, that's right. My name is Miko. Yoshido is my friend. Pete is your friend. Yoshido's calling out for me. He's been looking for me this whole time. He found me. Yoshido. Phew! Looks like the tremors have stopped. Just in the nick of time, too. That's my assistant for you. You've done well. Now I don't have to worry about any broken coffee cups. Hee hee. Oh boy. Miko! Miko, it's really you! Yoshido, I'm so sorry. You've been waiting for me for so long. I'm the one who should be apologizing here, Miko. I'm the one who left you alone this whole time. I'm so sorry, my friend. No, it's okay, really. You don't have to be sorry. I know you've been waiting for me since the day you had to go. Oh, Miko. Thank you. If it wasn't for you, I'd have never lived to see Miko with my own eyes again. He didn't even open his mouth. I should probably explain. You see, back when the vacuum tube computer room was still around, I lived here in this building, away from my family. That computer room was where I used to work. The only family I ever had with me that whole time was Miko here. I talked with Miko about everything there. My memories of my family, Fuyeme Yuki, anything to help keep my loneliness at bay in there. He would join me in the computer room and we spent many hours together over the years. Eventually, they closed down the room and sealed the whole thing off with a thick wall, like it was never there to begin with. It was around that time that I lost Miko too. I couldn't find him wherever I looked. I had a bad feeling about where he might have ended up and came back here who knows how many times to rescue him. But in the end, I couldn't do anything for him. I gave up and over time nearly forgot about him. Before I knew it, it had been decades since we'd last been together. I can't thank you enough for making this happen. We couldn't have been reunited without you, kid. Thank you. Thank you so much. Now we can go back to living together again. Thank you. I'll never ever forget this day. Aww. And he does a backflip too. I see. Nice work. I can only imagine how hard it was, but you really did a good job. So our Pete was actually a cat named Miko, sealed deep inside a wall along with that old vacuum tube computer from the American occupation days. And somehow, using the building's internet, or rather the power of its ley line, he merged with that computer and became a Digimon. That old cat's had a hell of a life. Wouldn't you agree, David? No kidding. We can't say for sure what the actual assimilation process entailed, but at this point, we know better than to doubt it happened. It's amazing just how much and yet how little the digital and real worlds are siphoned off from one another. I imagine the reason Pete showed up again after all those years is because of the digital wave abnormalities we've seen. But you know, there's still one thing about the whole story that bugs me a little. And that is... You mentioned that towards the end, Old Man Mitsujima said, now we can go back to living together again, right? That's exactly what he said. What do you think he meant by that? Well, isn't it obvious? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Not only that, but in the case you solved earlier where he was the one behind the urban legends, how do you keep breaking into the building? Let's assume for the sake of argument that he somehow had access to an entrance that let him come and go at the timing he did. If he'd physically been getting into the building so much that way that he was being reported, you'd think something would have gone differently. Got any theories you'd like to propose? Yoshido Mizushima. If we looked into his backstory, we might be able to find our answers pretty easily. What do you think? Should we dig a little more? Please, leave us be. Don't go looking for us. No, let's probably not. Ah, that's understandable. Then it's probably best we do indeed let sleeping dogs lie. Alternatively, we could let the Occult Club kids know about this. I bet they'd have a real field day going after it. I mean, they came face to face with a real... You know what? Nah, let's keep it to ourselves. Not all mysteries in this world need to be solved. Nakano Broadway brings many things together. The spirit world and the world of the living, the normal and the surreal, and now the physical and the digital. Truly nothing is impossible in this crazy hole in the wall we call home. I could have just let him walk off the screen, but that's okay. Investigation of Ghost Cat building complete. Report back to the detective agency. And that's it. So Pete's gone now. Or should I say Miko. And there you have it. Well, looks like it's just you and me again here. The couches look so empty without Pete around. We better get more clients to keep them warm. Alright, it should be time. It's not going to affect Examon for a while. Go be productive. Take on some cases. Really? We have to do more? I don't think so. Oh. Well, how about that? Arata. Hey. Arata again. Sorry, but I'm in a hurry. I have a message for you. Come to Odaiba. Suedo said that the weakened Examon will be heading back there. It's your chance to defeat Examon. Help Suedo. Listen up, though. Come alone. Don't tell Kyoko or anyone else. Just you. See you later. Well then. Might as well go ahead and do that. So it looks like this is our chance to take down Examon. It's been quite some time now, so let's go ahead and get that taken care of, shall we? Once again, eliminate encounters so we don't waste any additional time. Let's get straight to it. So I wonder what's going to happen this time.